The truth may hurt those we care about, but believing in a lie will hurt even more. If I were to call on every example I've lived through to demonstrate how true Applejack's words are, this video would be over a half an hour long. While it's true that we're often capable of much more than we believe, and a little extra confidence will help us surpass those expectations, it's very easy to cross the line into overconfidence or even cockiness, especially when that confidence was based on a lie. This is where believing something that's based on a lie can be the most hurtful. Oftentimes, the confidence that we need will come from an outside source. Approaching an old hobby that was quit from a painful experience will always remind us of that pain and bring about the fear of living it again. If we can find a way to ignore that fear, or to not feel that pain, then we can work through it and make a full recovery. But the best way to do this is with a coach of some kind, not an elixir. Though it can be applied to almost anything, I'll use participation in sports as an example. Our coaches have to be someone who not only knows what they're doing within the sport, but also understands our goals and can see the potential within us that we don't see within ourselves. Through their guidance, we can have confidence and push ourselves beyond our own expectations. The placebo effect is alright in helping to ignore those symptoms to power through the recovery process, but it can only go so far. At a certain point, you'll go too far and either undo any recovery that you've made or make the injury even worse. By recognizing these signs, it becomes your responsibility to make sure that the victim knows the truth. It's far better that people know what's real, even if it upsets them or hurts their feelings. They'll recover from that, especially with your support. But when living a lie reaches its boiling point, there isn't always a way to recover once the delusion collapses in on itself. But that's just discussing the moral for the circumstances of the episode, which was almost purely from a physical standpoint. Lying to someone to spare their feelings obviously goes much deeper. Speaking purely from a perspective of interpersonal relationships, how many times have you believed something that turned out to be a lie? How did you find out that you had been lied to? How did that make you feel? Would you have rather known the truth from the beginning? What sort of problems did it cause, if any? And what sort of effect did it have on you after the fact? Often in my life, I've endeavored towards something and get as far as I can on my own, only to reach the point where I can go no further without the assistance of others. This ranges from academic, professional, and personal projects to physical fitness and even friendships. When asking for help, I'm almost always met with enthusiasm, only for the promise to be rescinded later on, mostly because those who made the promise were, in reality, uninterested in helping but thought they were sparing my feelings. But now that I know that the promise was made out of pity instead of compassion, makes me feel even worse. It tells me several things, mainly that those who I thought could be trusted cannot be trusted, and that I am not worthy of something as simple as honesty. It challenges what I know is real, because now I can't even trust something as simple as the answer to a yes or no question. As I'm sure the sentiment is felt by anyone else who's been through this too many times, it makes it difficult to trust other people in the future. There is absolutely no need for any of this to happen. If someone comes to you for your honest opinion, just give it to them. Sparing their feelings will only hurt them worse in the future, whether it be from overconfidence causing them to take on a challenge that they're not ready for, or needlessly pulling out their very perception of reality, making it difficult to trust anything in the future. When people come to me asking for advice with interpersonal problems, they're usually shocked when I tell them that they themselves are partially to blame. This usually offends and upsets them, but it gives them an opportunity to reflect and better themselves. Then, because I was honest with them, they see me as trustworthy instead of just blindly supporting their harmful actions or lying to them. Then they know that they can be fully honest with me, and we can help each other in the future. The world would be a much less complicated place if we can simply be trustworthy with our words. Honesty is a simple task, and the immediate consequences are relatively small, especially when compared to the way it strengthens our friendships over time. Granny Smith ignored her fears and was able to revive a piece of her life that she had both loved and lost. Applejack learned that withholding the full truth will only lead to disaster. So if we can bring ourselves to support those we love through honesty and have confidence enough to push ourselves beyond what we think we're capable of, then perhaps we can do the same. And that's the moral of the story. If you have a topic you would like to hear discussed, or if you have an episode, fan fiction, product, or anything else you would like to hear reviewed, send me a YouTube message or leave a comment below. You can also drop comments, questions, topic suggestions, and review suggestions by liking Brawny Debates on Facebook, following on Twitter, or sending an email to bronydebates@yahoo.com. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from all of you soon.